Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and this is going to be a video that I knew I had to do because summer is basically over. And because summer is basically over, I thought I would, well, as far as TV-wise, I mean, summer's not officially over till September, like, 22nd or something like that. But, because the TV season of summer's over, I thought I would bring to you my top 10 favorite summer shows of this year. And, guys, this is just my opinion. You guys don't have to agree. It's my opinion. It's how I feel. And that's just how I feel about these shows. It's just my opinion, remember. So yeah, let's just get started. First, we have a few honorable mentions that I do want to talk about. The first one is Wilfred. Wilfred was a great last season. I thought they ended it very well, in my opinion. The reason it did not make my top 10 list is just because there were 10 other shows that were better than it. It did not make my top 10 list, unfortunately, so that was not in there. And then these are two. I kind of count them as the same show because they were on back-to-back. Switched at Birth and The Fosters. I would have put both of these on here, but I felt that I didn't want to because there were just 10 other shows that I liked more this year. Switched at Birth had a great cliffhanger. Fosters had a great cliffhanger. It was just, these were 10 other shows that I enjoyed more. And you guys are probably going to be upset that I say that because one of these shows I know a lot of people, some of these shows I know a lot of people do not like at all. So, and there are quite a few shows that I actually gave up on watching this year, you know, just for time constraints and things like that. So, I will not count Tyrant, I will not count Halt and Catch Fire, I will not count Crossbones, I will not count The Strain, I will not count any shows that I stopped watching. And the reason I just stopped watching them, guys, is because I didn't want to review like 5 shows for you on one night. I really didn't. Sundays became way too crowded, and I really hope next year those shows that are on Sundays get moved because I'm sorry, but I do not want to watch all those shows on Sundays. I really don't. Um, let's just get into my top 10 list. We're going to get started right now, starting off with number 10. Number 10 is a show that I actually didn't think I was going to watch. I wasn't planning on watching this show, but I figured, you know what, it's FX. And the reason I wasn't planning on watching, guys, is because I actually started watching this show last year, in case you guys didn't know that. And I was going to review for you guys, but I got bored. This is before I liked FX shows and mature shows like that. So I gave another chance, and that show is The Bridge. I love this show now. I did not expect to like it as much as I did. It took a little while for me to actually love it, and I think by probably the 4th episode, I was really into, 3rd or 4th episode, I was really into the show. I thought this show is amazing. It's definitely FX's probably 4th best show. Really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen on the next episode, because, you know, Sonya was captured and everything, so that's going to be interesting to watch. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen there, definitely. But, The Bridge was a great show. I love all the plots in it as well. Daniel and Adriana, you know, they're great for comic relief. They were always fun to watch. I always loved watching them. And the show, even though it does not end till October, I am going to count it as a summer show, so yeah. Anyways, guys, if it started in the summer, I count it as a summer show. Okay? That's what I say with these shows. If it started in the summer, I count it as a summer show. But, The Bridge, really love this show. And, you know, really do love the show. And really looking forward to the next episode. I always love watching these episodes for you guys. Alright, number 9 is a show that was much higher on my top 10 shows of 2013 last year, but it's a little bit lower this year, and number 9 is Witches of East End. Now, why is Witches of East End so low? The reason Witches of East End is a little bit lower is just because there are other shows that are doing better than it. I still love this show to death. It's still Lifetime's best show. It's still the only show I will watch on Lifetime. I am never going to watch The Lottery, probably. I heard it's not that good. But Witches of East End, I still love this show. I love what they did with the show this year. This show is now a horror show. I mean, after when a Mandragora loves a woman, that was basically a horror episode. Now, the last episode was okay, but I definitely feel it's going to get a lot better. It is also running till October, but I'm really happy they made a summer show because I just really am happy about that because, I would have preferred, you know, for it to be a summer show, definitely. I think it works really well as a summer show. But yeah, Witches of East End, that is definitely number 9. Really do love that show. Number 8 is another show that I've always loved. I've always loved this show. I think while this is probably the weakest season of the show, actually no, it's not the weakest season of the show. While the season is not as good as season 3, I still do love this show. Number 8 is Teen Wolf. Come on, Teen Wolf. What can I say about Teen Wolf? Teen Wolf is just epic. Teen Wolf gets better and better every single episode, and I really feel this season is going to be the best season. The season finale is an hour and 15 minutes. That makes me so intrigued to find out what ends up happening next. That definitely makes me extremely intrigued to find out what happens next. So, Teen Wolf is number 8. Very happy, to watch that show. Always have loved that show from the beginning, and yeah, so Teen Wolf is number 8. Number 7 is another new show that I always have loved. From the beginning, I love this show, but since it's gone on, it's gotten better and better and better. And originally, this was actually my number 10, but The Bridge became my number 10. And once this show got, a lot better, it started to, go higher and higher and higher. Now, number 7, I was originally going to put this at number 7, but it's number 6, so I guess I'll lower one of them to number 7. Number 7 is The Nick. We're going to go with The Nick for number 7. The reason I put The Nick at number 7 is because I do like the show that's at number 6 more. The Nick is still a very good show. The only thing about The Nick is I really do love this show. I think the show is fantastic. It's a great doctor show. I really am into it. I love the storylines and everything. And I meant to put it higher on the list, but there are just 6 shows that I like a lot more than this. And yeah, The Nick is still a great show, though. I do love The Nick. I think it's a great show. Even though I don't watch it, even though I don't have Cinemax, I still try to watch The Nick. I think it's a really great show. It's also going till October. It's on hiatus currently right now, so yeah, The Nick. By the way, guys, Girl Meets World is not on this list because it's not a summer show. It's going to be on all year, so I don't count as a summer show. I don't count Disney Channel shows as summer shows. I really don't. So, Girl Meets World is obviously not on this list, for anyone who wants to know. Number 6 is a show that I really love. I think it's definitely one of HBO's best shows, in my opinion. Is it their best show? No, but it definitely, after these last few episodes, I've liked it a lot more than I liked it before. Before, it was much lower on my list, and now it's a lot higher. And that show is The Leftovers. I love this show now. I really do. It took me a little bit while to love it. First episode I really loved. The second episode I loved as well. Third episode. Fourth and fifth episode kind of made me think of how weird the show is becoming. After the 6th episode, though, this show just got 10 times better. I mean, I love this show now. I think the show has gone better and better and better every single episode since then. And one of the things about this show that's so well done is the way they portray things on the show, the mystery aspect of things, the way they portray, the departure, the way they portray, I've heard a lot of people say the show is about PTSD. It really is. I love that the last episode is a flashback episode. I love seeing that we found out what happened in the sudden departure to everyone. I love seeing that in the last episode. Thought that was fantastic. The acting's great in this show, and it definitely is one of HBO's best shows. I'm so happy it was renewed for a second season because it definitely deserves it. And yeah, Leftovers is number 6, and it definitely does deserve it. Number 5 is what is probably the best comeback show I've seen all year. This is literally the best comeback I've seen from any show, because this show was running out of steam, in my opinion. But it did something, and that show is Pretty Little Liars. This show had the best comeback out of any show this year, because Season 4 was not that good until the finale. The finale was amazing, and after that, the show just got consistently better, and once they brought Allie back, that's when the show got really good. The best twist they've ever done is to bring Allie back, and the fact that they had the balls to kill off Mona is huge. It's just huge that they did that. And, I mean, usually Teen Wolf is higher than Pretty Little Liars, but this year, Pretty Little Liars was better than Teen Wolf, I have to say. It really was. It was the best ABC Family show this year. I was so into it this year. I've never been this into Pretty Little Liars in a while. I think the last time I was this into it was, Season 2. I was into a couple episodes of Season 4, Free Fall. I was really into that one, and the finale. But season 4 was just not as good in my opinion. This season was by far the best season. I was really into this season. I'm really looking forward to the second half of the season, which I believe starts in January. I know they're going to be doing a Christmas special, so I'm looking forward to that as well. But yeah, Pretty Little Liars, love this show. Love what they did with the finale. Thought it was genius what they did with the finale. Just absolutely love this show. And Pretty Little Liars definitely is number 10. I mean, number 5. It definitely deserves it. It is one of the... It is the best comeback I've seen all year. Really, it is. Number 4, you guys are going to yell at me. You guys are going to yell and say, what the fuck are you doing? How is this show so high on your list? Alright, guys. I went into the show thinking I was going to hate it. That I was going to rip it to shreds. That's what I was thinking when I was going to go into this show. That's what I was thinking. And I ended up loving this show, like, to death. It became probably my favorite summer show to watch. I mean, Sunday show, that is. Summer show on Sunday to watch. It really did. And that show is True Blood. Okay, guys, you can say what you want about the show. I love this show. I do. I think it's a great show. I've always loved what they've done with this show. It's a fantastic show, in my opinion. I love the characters. I know some people said the finale was boring. For me, True Blood was the most emotional series on HBO besides The Leftovers. And it just kind of had to end that way. I love the way it ended. I thought it was fantastic the way it ended. You know, Sookie killed Bill, and killing Bill made everyone more happy and everything. I just loved everything about this season, pretty much. I thought everything was great, really. Even that episode, Love is to Die, which I did not like as much. Looking back, it was a great episode. So, yeah, True Blood, I love this show. I thought it was a great show. Very sad to see it go, actually. I mean, this Sunday, I'm going to turn on the TV, and True Blood's not going to be there. It's being replaced by Boardwalk Empire, which I'm also looking forward to. But True Blood, I ended up loving the show. Did not think I was going to like it as much. And also still has one of the most catchiest theme songs on TV. It does. And I'm definitely going to miss True Blood. So, number 4, True Blood. I don't care what you guys say. Say it's a shitty show. For me, I think it's a good show. And yeah, so say what you want about that. Number 3 is probably another one of the most surprising shows that I ended up loving to death. And after the 4th episode, I was completely hooked on the show. By the 1st episode, I was already hooked. And that's Finding Carter. Finding Carter has proven to be MTV's greatest achievement, in my opinion. MTV has gone to very dark territory before, and MTV is becoming... I read an article that someone said MTV is becoming a lot like ABC Family, and I have to agree, because you have your comedies, you have your dark supernatural shows, ABC Family has Pretty Little Liars, MTV has Teen Wolf, you have your family dramas, like Finding Carter, and then you have shows like Awkward and Faking It, and things like that. So, I definitely agree that someone said MTV is becoming like ABC Family. And honestly, I think they're a little bit better than ABC Family, because this show's amazing. I really do. I love the characters on this show. The acting's amazing on the show. Every twist that this show throws at you, you never see coming. Never. There's not a single twist they threw at me on the show that I saw coming. And that's genius right there that they did that. There wasn't a single twist that I saw coming on this show. And that's awesome right there. I just love this show to death. I think there are so many great things about the show. The cast is great. Max from the Fosters, Max Auburn, I think his name is. That's his real name in real life. He's on this show as well. I think he's 10 times better than Finding Carter. I love the cast. I love Taylor and Max's relationship. I love everything about the show. I just love all the plots on this show. Everything is great. It is number 3. It is a fantastic show. Number 2. I had to include this show. Had to include this show. I had to include this show because this show, for me, was a show that, it was the first Showtime show I ever watched. It was the first new summer show I ever watched, and it still is it is probably still the second best summer show I've seen. There is one show that's better than it, but that show, you guys know it is, Penny Dreadful. How could I leave this off the list? How could I leave this off the list? For a while, this was number 1, but something else came in and made that, and that became number 1. But Penny Dreadful, oh my god, guys, I was obsessed with this show. I literally was. I could not wait for every single episode. Every single episode was just amazing, and I think the reason I was so into this show is because it was my first Showtime show. I loved it so much. The characters were so compelling, Everything was so interesting about the show. The show did everything right. The cliffhanger in the end of season 1 was genius. I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens there. The fact that people were saying the pilot episode was not that good, and I thought it was amazing. I agree that, the show just got so much better after episode 2. It was just so consistently great after that. There was not a single episode that was bad, in my opinion. I loved everything about the show. Thought it was fantastic. Thought it was perfect. And I fucking loved Penny Dreadful. I mean, it was such a good show. And yeah, Penny Dreadful is just absolutely fantastic. I still love that show to death. And you guys know I do. And by the way, guys, I forgot to say, I will put all the links to my playlist and to my reviews in the playlist down below. Definitely, I will put my links to that. So now let's get to number 1. Number 1 may come as a shock to you guys. I think it will. I mean, you guys may think Penny Dreadful is number 1. It's not, because there's a show that was actually better than Penny Dreadful, believe it or not. Better. I was surprised it was better. And that show is Outlander. Outlander is number 1. Sorry, guys, for the drum roll. Just felt I had to do that. Outlander's number 1. Outlander is the best summer show of this year. I didn't even know that much about Outlander, I have to say. I really didn't. And I'm hearing all these great reviews and everything. It was my first Starz show. I didn't watch Power. I didn't. I wanted to, but I didn't watch Power. I hadn't seen any other Starz shows. And this show is just, I agree that it is the new Game of Thrones. It really is. It has such great characters. The period piece setting is perfect, in my opinion. And it set the tone perfectly. The idea of, war and everything I love. The idea of, I love the twist of people thinking that Claire is an English spy. I love that twist. I mean, when they had the 1940s, they said it perfectly. And then when they had it in the 1700s in Scotland, they said it perfectly as well. I thought it was just fantastic. It has one of the best theme songs on TV right now. Awesome show. Love the cast. Everything about this show is just amazing. Even after 3 episodes, I know this is the best summer show. I mean, that's crazy. Really, it is. After 3 episodes, I know that. And it really is just fantastic. I fucking love this show. Can't wait for it every single Saturday. And it just gets better and better every single episode. It really does. And I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night's episode, because it should be really, really good. And I just love this show. Thinking it's fantastic. So that's it, guys. That's it for my top 10 summer shows of 2014. So yeah, the reason I decided to make this again is because, 1, summer ends for me on Wednesday because I go back to school Wednesday. So, the fall shows will start to premiere then. I might end up watching, I'm not sure, but I might end up watching Houdini. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what happens there. Again, guys, I might do a fall preview video. Most likely not. I'm most likely not doing a fall preview video. We'll have to see what happens there. But let me know what your top 10 summer shows are. Comment down below. Tell me what they are. I didn't include 24 either, because I didn't feel 24 was as good at the end. Just the finale kind of set me off because of that. But that's it for my review. Hope you guys, that's it for this video. Again, let me know what your top 10 summer shows are. And I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be for, I don't know, actually. We'll have to see what it is. I think it's going to be for a movie review. So I'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.